times what I would have taken home if I was doing it alone. So that's why we have our manufacturers, Tier 1, Cutting Edge Solutions, K-Star, Goodwe. We have financiers in the house, Kingdom Bank, Kyoto Pay, KCB, Aspira, and the rest that have been mentioned. We have ourselves as Cytek doing the engineering and the installation. And finally, after the installation is done, we have the insurance that ensures that you can still sleep. You don't have to wake up at midnight to listen to whether the solar is working or not and all that. So we are very excited about this occasion. And for me, it is the possibilities that this day holds. That we can actually dream, and I appreciate the Rupha leadership for being bold and audacious. That we can actually dream, but we are not just dreaming for the 780 facilities in this Rupha association. We are actually dreaming for Africa. So what we are launching here today is not just for Kenya. It is actually something that the rest of the continent can borrow from. And I see delegates coming from across the rest of the African countries to ask us, how did we do it? So may we be the pioneers, and thank you so much and welcome to this room, even as we engage in these conversations. And I know that possibilities are being created here today. Thank you so much, and back to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Robert. I now want to invite the CEO, Rupha, to come and do her opening remarks. Please, let's appreciate. Yeah,
hello, good morning. I'll keep mine very brief because I'm also short. I'm happy to be here. And the reason I'm so happy to be here is, I don't know how many members of Rupha remember that we launched our strategic plan 2020-2025 in this same venue. And when we were launching that strategic plan, solar was one of the projects that we had in the strategic plan. And I'm happy to be here because we are back here implementing. It's not just on paper. We are implementing the plan that we launched in 2020. So thank you all for being here. And I'll make a presentation. I know I have a slot for a presentation. I can introduce Rupha to those who are new to Rupha. Thank you, and I hope this will be a success.
Please appreciate Madam CEO. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the CRO of Cytek Solar, our brother Dedan Muraya, to take us through the partnership journey that led us to where we are today. Let's appreciate my friend.
Good morning. Are you happy to be here? Yeah, this is the day that the Lord has made so that all of us can rejoice and be glad in it. My name is Dedan Moraya, and I'm in charge of sales at Cytek Solar. So allow me to quickly take you through the partnership and the reason why all of us are here. So as the Vice Chairman has correctly said, the theme for this launch is powering healthcare, protecting lives, and building resilience. So what is the challenge here? What is the hair on fire pain point? Number one, of course, is the high cost of electricity. We all know that in Kenya now, companies and industries, and even us as residentials, we are buying power at between 23 to 30 Kenyan shilling per kilowatt hour. And for healthcare, I know it goes up even to 28. So, and also this power also, it is coming in very expensive, but you can see according to statistics, we have more than 400 hours of power outages, unplanned power outages. That is equivalent to 16 days, more than 3 weeks. Also, we can see that when power goes off, all of us, the solution that we have is the diesel generator. Of course, all of us knows what is happening at the Strait of Hormuz and what is happening globally. For now, I think we are buying diesel between 220 to 250. So this one is also not a solution. Also, according to our books, as healthcare owners, 3 to 5% of operation cost goes to power. So, and why Cytek Solar? Why Cytek Solar? Why not any other company that is doing solar in Kenya? Because Cytek Solar, we have been very much intentional on the verticals and the channels we are pursuing, healthcare being one of them. And we can see that the services we are offering at Cytek, number one is solar PV systems. We are an EPC that does a solar system. So we design and install the systems. Number two, we have IoT monitoring. I think what has happened in the past, power has been more power, and from there you can be able to make smart decisions. Also, the interesting thing about also this IoT remote monitoring is that now we have even make it better and integrated it with AI module, so that you can able even to predict the production. Like it can tell you with now that doctors are here with surgical precision that tomorrow this will be the power that will produce. So prioritize these roads, prioritize critical roads, and also manage your power. And of course, we do a lot of audit and consultancy. We have discovered that 20% of power that is produced goes to waste. So it is not only about production, it's also about efficiency of power. And then the lastly, we all know that the most expensive component of a solar system is the battery storage. So we have partnered with another manufacturer from Korea, and we have now become the first company in Africa to bring the Archimedes wind technology. So this will even make power more affordable. And we also want to pioneer we want also to do this one with Rupha. So some of the projects we have done, notable projects cutting across 4 verticals. So we have like Hotel Erma. This is the project we did in 2022. So the customer started with 50 kilowatt peak, and now he has upgraded to 150 kilowatt peak. And this hotel is completely off-grid. They are not paying anything to the grid. And of course, we have our friend. And this now is a real-time and practical testament, because he's a member of Rupha. So this Favor Hospital is senior. So we started with the 20 kilowatt peak. solarize as many hospitals as possible. If, of course, we all know that Kenya now has been overwhelmed. We are not able, you know, I normally say that most of us power. So it means that when we power one data center, a third of Kenya will not have access to power. So we want to relieve as much power as possible from the government, so that it can also focus on big projects. And of course, climate action, which all of us need to be part and parcel of it. What we are targeting in the next 3 years is to solarize 780 health facilities across the 47 counties. And I'm saying 780 because more members are coming into Rupha. And then before the end of the year, we want to do 65 plus. We have already done site survey for 64 facilities. And I think this week we did a signed contract with 5 facilities, and the installations are ongoing. With, of course, the objective to cut 40 to 60%, with the aim of reducing up to 99% of power. How will this work? How is it possible? Solar is expensive. And I think from my experience in sales, every time you talk to a customer, they are very excited about the possibility of going off-grid. But when you present them with the proposal and the quotation, the motivations move from 90 to 10% because, of course, of the capex. So Cytek, we have our own financing model called a lease to own. So we come with you, we discuss on the table with you, how much deposit are you able to raise? We accept anything 40 to 60%. And then the balance we spread across a maximum period of 24 months. And we have seen it working perfectly. But then again, with 780 facilities, we may not be able to finance all of them because, of course, Cytek is not a financial partner or a facility. Cytek is an EPC. So we have partnered with our financial institutions, and you can see they are here. Dream Credit are here, Kingdom Bank are here, Aspira are here, and Exor are here. Those are the partners who will help us walk this journey. So this is how the roadmap will look like. Depending on where we want to go, we are only one step out of the cave. So the first phase is today, we sign the MOU. Then in the next 3 months, we solarize 64 hospitals. And then by the time we are reaching 3 years, that is 2030, a day like this, we'll have proudly say that we have solarized 780 hospitals. So, and everyone has something to enjoy across all the value chain, from healthcare facilities to raw energy. We enjoy raw energy bills, and this one we want to trickle down. So when a healthy facility, and I know Dr. Rupha officials will talk about it, we want this one to be felt by the customer, who are the patients. That when you solarize your facility, We give subsidized medical facility, of course, because you are enjoying raw energy bids. From the Patients Ministry of Energy, I know they are here, the financial institutions, and also the development partners. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my presentation. Let's continue to power healthcare. We protect lives and we build resilience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dedan. You can hear the determination that we have and the energy that we have. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Before I bring in my next, there is a registration paper on the table that you are in. I would encourage as much as possible as the program is running, if you can register on that physical paper, or you can scan the second page, it will be good. We would like to have all of us register in that so that we can have our records good. Thank you for that. I want to bring in again my CEO, Cytek. This is a man I don't get tired listening to him. And yes, he welcomed us here, but I want to give him an opportunity to give us that leadership address, that strategic leadership address and the vision that he has for us in this project. Put our hands together for our brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vice Chair. Again, all protocols observed. Good morning. My name is Robert, and I'm here standing on behalf of the Cytek Solar organization as the CEO, even as we celebrate this milestone. So allow me to just make a few remarks as far as this day is concerned. So today we are not simply signing an MOU. We are bringing together two essential forces. And this is the healthcare, which exists to preserve and restore life, and renewable energy, which provides the power that enables that mission to continue. And the reason this day is powerful for us is that electricity for the healthcare is not just electricity. It is the power that will be enabling the doctors in this room to actually go ahead and do the noble task that they do of preserving lives. And I know all of us in this room have had an encounter with a healthcare facility. Now, the World Health Organization actually strongly believes that reliable electricity is critical to essential healthcare, all the way from childbirth to vaccination and all the other services that we get from the hospitals. It is estimated that we have about 1 billion people globally who are served by health facilities that do not have access to electricity, or they have very unreliable electricity. Now, if we bring it closer home, we have about half, 50% of the facilities in sub-Saharan Africa that do not have access to reliable electricity. So when we power a health facility or a hospital, we are actually not powering the building. We are powering the possibility of healing. And we are excited that the people in this room are actually the people who have the boldness and the faith and the audacity to believe that it is possible for someone to continue living, even in situations that might look hopeless for the rest of us. And we get excited when we see the doctors walk into the room and you know, we are shaken, but they are not shaken. They have a solution, even to where we feel like we have gotten to the end of life. And therefore this morning, as Cytek Solar, we are very grateful to the Rupha Association and the leadership of Rupha for being bold and audacious and for believing that this is possible. This day for us launches the possibility of 100% access to reliable electricity for healthcare across Africa. And of course, one of the things we know about the sun is that it is not limited. So it doesn't just shine on one hospital, Favor Hospital in Isinya, but the sun shines across the entire world. And therefore, in this room, we have the possibility of running Favor Hospital in Isinya on solar, but at the same time running, I know there's a Dr. Evans in the room, hospital in Malaba, more than 500 kilometers from Nairobi. So even as we talk about renewable energy, it is also that it can shine across borders. And perhaps that is also a picture of what renewable energy can become, even for Africa. The energy that crosses the boundaries, enriches communities, and creates opportunity across Africa. It is interesting that Africa is one of the continents that has the highest sunshine hours per year. But yet we are lagging behind as far as adoption of renewable energy is concerned. And yet we have the sun across the year. So this is a resource that God has blessed us with. And with the technology in the room, then we can be able to harness this resource. And this resource can actually power our next level. So this MOU signing ceremony today establishes Rupha as a pioneer and creates or says a very strong statement that it can be done. And as I have mentioned in my introductory remarks, the only way this can be done is when we all come together. And therefore from us as Cytek Solar and from Rupha, this is a rallying call where we are rallying the troops and we are saying there is a noble task that is ahead of us that we can all come together and deliver. All of us here, because we are in business, we always say that the customer is the king. And when we look at the solar space, I don't know about the rest of the industries, but our experience in solar, we've had a scenario where a client comes to us as Cytek Solar, we give them the quotation, and then we send them to the next partner who might be the financier, like the bank and the other financial institutions. And then from that, they might still have to go to another person. So the rallying call this morning is, can't we put all these resources together and put together this whole infrastructure and create a vehicle that manages the chaos so that the customer in this room, in this case the health facility owner, can actually become the king, that we claim that the customer is the king. So the rallying call this morning is that it is actually possible for us to put the entire infrastructure together. It's unfortunate that we make the client to walk across 5 different partners before they can get a solar solution, and yet they are not the experts in the solar solution. So for us this morning is actually to put together a vehicle that can manage the chaos, allow me to call them the chaos, so that then we don't have the client having to move from one station to the other, and yet they are not the experts, and yet we are still calling them that the customer is king. So the end of this conversation is that the client in this room can actually walk out feeling, I am the king that they are claiming I am. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this moment. We are very excited about what this day carries for us, and excited that we can be able to come together and we can be able to offer the solutions that all our clients are seeking this morning. So thank you so much, and allow me to hand it back to the Vice Chair, and looking forward to an exciting journey together. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Vice Chair. At this point, allow me to invite the chairman of the advisory board, Cytek Solar Limited, Mr. Felix Ochieng, so that he can also make his remarks. Thank you. Maybe he deserves a second clap for the height. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robert. A very good morning to each and everyone today. What a day we're having as we come together to celebrate and to launch what would be a life-changing and defining moment between healthcare, all the practitioners of those institutions, and all partners who are involved in the journey of healthcare. Allow me first to pass certain apologies First of all, on behalf of Kabarak University, I'd like to pass their apologies. They would really love to be here, but knowing that it's an institution of learning, just in the same way of healthcare, learning cannot stop. So through Professor Dr. Pamela Kimeto, she passes her regards as the Dean of Medicine and Health, and she looks forward not only to hearing of what happens today, but engaging with several partners going forward. On the same, I'd also like to recognize on my behalf and on behalf of Cytek, Chairman John Gumi, somewhere in the crowd at the back, who've interacted or had a video, former chairman of Safaricom and several institutions. So we thank you very, very much for making time, Chairman John Gumi, to being here with practitioners. Allow me to begin with the words, the end of optics. Today marks the start and the finalization of the end of optics. And what do I mean by that? Optics is what you see visually. Optics is what we're able to see when you look at your panels, when you look at financing structures, when you look at inverters or batteries. But in this room today, I would also like us to, where the optics end, for us to start with the practicability of where this partnership and solarization of healthcare facilities and all partners that are involved in this journey begins. While I was sitting today, listening, I was definitely very, very much interested, and I went to the Rupha mission and vision. For those who haven't been to the website, you can be to the website. It gives a lot of information about Rupha and what they stand for. So allow me to read their mission, or reread their mission, which means to help build a society of healthy communities where all individuals reach their highest potential for health. Out of that mission, the thing that captivates me is the highest potential for health. So beyond this room, we are only human, and we always hope to optimize in everything that we do, whether at work, home, to reach the highest potential of our abilities. And health is one of those things that we cannot compromise on, because they say health is wealth, and health allows us to achieve several things. This is where powering healthcare stands at an inflection point. And what do I mean by that? It means that in this particular room, including all partners, financiers, solar companies, healthcare practitioners, and each and every individual involved in whatever role, is that this is where powering healthcare begins. I will not reiterate the numbers that we had. The numbers are clearly out there for us to see. Our CEO, CRO have fully mentioned those. But what does this mean? It means that installing systems that look impressive on photos, press releases, and donor reports, rather than systems that keep the lights on. So my challenge and task to each and everyone today is now we move away, because our capabilities are not questionable. There are a lot of quality institutions and partners in this particular room. But we move away from what looks in forms of appearance very, very good, to what practically works and achieves what it's meant to achieve to the individual, which is achieving the highest potential for healthcare for every individual. What does this mean? It means that it actually keeps the lights on, it keeps the vaccines cold and at the right temperature, and the equipment running. No longer holdups when it comes to the installation and solarization of healthcare facilities. And what does that mean is that all institutions are able then to deliver the healthcare services to the individuals that need them the most at the time when it's best needed, to allow them to get back to their full potential. And this is where we talk about solarization and health in terms of the nexus. All partners in this particular room, we hope, and it is our challenge, to remain indispensable as the ones who can draw the line, a straight line between solar installations and healthcare outcomes. All right? I will copy from what our CEO has mentioned. When we talk about a straight line, it speaks to what he's saying in terms of having one infrastructure under one roof. And what does that mean? Is that the customer should just be able to walk into an institution and just be able to purchase everything at one go and move into solarization. And that is where the dream should go. So this shift from optics and from what we see to outcomes is not a slogan. It's very interesting. In Kenya, as we know, with the political high season, we're living in a season of slogan. So I'd like us to move beyond the slogan. We want it to be an operating principle. And an operating principle is something that we can touch, something that we can see, and something that we can live through. What changes will happen when solarization delivers real outcome? And that is what we're here for today. When solarization actually works, the systems are properly sized, maintained, and monitored, and tied to the daily realities of the clinics and health facilities of the hospitals. It changes everything, not only for the health, but it changes everything for the communities. When all the partners and the banking and financial institutions make funding accessible, capitalization easier, then it moves to the fact that then we're able to achieve some of the things moving away from optics to something that's actually practical. Facilities that stay open after dark, the cold chains hold the medicines accordingly. Diagnostic equipments function without interruption, and health workers and practitioners and authors gain confidence instead of frustration. In an industry that is very, very sensitive, we want to ensure that when operating in the straight line, we have minimum interruptions, not only in the solarization and the lighting, but in all the services and in the chain that it works. This meeting today, with each and everyone, institution, government officials, representatives, distributors, and health facilities, is one that we become, when we walk in with evidence, we walk in with a lot of evidence. Not one that we approach with hope, that no one looks closely at the performance data 6 months later. Let us leave this room and live with confidence that in the solarization of these institutions, in the accessing of capital and fundraising, that we'll live here with confidence without having to look back 6 months later and say which area of this journey of solarization of healthcare has some loopholes, because that then affects the patient journey and the hospital journey in getting them back into good position. The clarity and conviction to not always appear neatly on a single dashboard. And it's very, very impressive that we'll be watching several dashboards today. But it's obviously to move beyond the dashboards in the screens and the billboards and the banners here today to ensure that we're driving real change in the healthcare and within their communities and providing an opportunity for those facilities to be able to operate beyond our time within our institutions. The future of powering healthcare belongs to those who measure success not by the kilowatts installed or by the ribbon cutting ceremonies, but by the lives and services that every kilowatt will make possible. So for me, today is a practicability as we celebrate and we thank the organizations in Rupha and every partner who's here today for making time as we sign off this very, very memorable partnership with Rupha Hotels in terms of improving healthcare and ensuring that human beings live to their fullest potential, that they can achieve beyond their immeasurable dreams anything that they need to do. So for today, let's move away from the optics and be practical in every conversation we'll have after this function, and we move to what our CEO has mentioned, that one infrastructure, because in this room, everyone has the ambition, everyone has the ability, everyone has the skill to deliver what is increasing the human potential through our healthcare facilities. And with that, I'd like to thank each and everyone for this opportunity, and I look forward to engaging with each and every individual, institutions, healthcare practitioners, and partners who we do not take for granted for being here today. Thank you very much, and have a blessed and lovely day ahead. Asante sana. Thank you. So now I realized there were steps.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me bring in, at this juncture, the chair of Rupha to come and give his remarks. Let's appreciate Mohamud.
Good morning. Ooh, that was loud. Good morning. Ama mandazi imefanya ile kitu. Right. As introduced, my name is Mohamud Ali, the newly appointed chair of Rupha, the hottest seat in healthcare. And I will be doing a small presentation, a very quick one. Just allow me to set up. All right. So today, Rupha is here. Rupha members are here. Our partners are here. And according to what the previous presenters had laid before us, that there are a few things to take home, right? We have unlimited solar. Sidio? We have healthcare concerns that are tied to the grid and grid problems. So my interest today here is to hone in on the specific reasons why we are here as Rupha. Now, this has been elucidated a bit as to why it is very sensitive, specifically for the healthcare sector. And what we are saying is that it is not a utility. Electricity is not a utility. It is actually a clinical input. And what do I mean by that? It has been briefly mentioned about the healthcare outcomes that are directly connected to loss of power. Imagine that situation where you have that expectant mother on the operating table at 2 a.m. at night, and the power goes off. Yes, you have your backup generator and whatnot, right? But at the same time, the trusty old generator, the battery packs, and you have no choice but to start going back to Mulika Mwizi, right? There are many risks involved around that. And this is what we are here for. We are here to enable the clinical outcomes to be much better. I don't know why it keeps going off. Right. We've also experienced, a lot of us have experienced power surges. We invest quite a lot in our equipment. Some of you have brand new equipments in the laboratory, and we end up having power surges, spoiling these machines well before we have return on investment. So that goes also along the lines of poor diagnostic or, lack of timely diagnostics done. And more to the harm around our backup options, our backup generators. We have some, very, very tricky situations. Our facilities have generator sometimes next to that maternity ward. And you can imagine those kind of fumes, powering the same treatment that we are harming them and treating them at the same time. So it's a catch-22 for us. And this has been also mentioned that we are trying to bring everybody in the same house so that kingness or the queenness of our customer is felt right through when they walk into that door. We have a number of our supporters who are here today, and I would like to encourage our members to engage extensively. We have a lot of options for you here. We do not prescribe any specific option for you. We have availed all the different options for you to pick. So that comes to the end of my presentation, and thank you all for listening, and look forward to engaging you all. Thank you.
Okay, asante sana, Chairman. Let's appreciate our chair. He rightfully mentioned that the chair of Rupha at this time is the hottest. More hot than the house on the hill. But we appreciate. It's now my humble privilege to welcome the CEO of Rupha to come and do her presentation. Let's appreciate our Madam CEO.
All right. Good morning once again. So my presentation will go a bit on Rupha, the association. I know you've been told to look at the website, but for those who've not had the chance to look at the website, and for our partners that are only meeting us today, this is a presentation on Rupha. So my presentation is from strategy to implementation, because I said that back here in 2020, we were talking about strategy, but now we are talking of implementation. And this is one of the projects implemented because we had not found the right partner, and now we do have the right partner. So, okay. So this is about Rupha. We are a network of private owned facilities. Currently, we have a membership of more than 780 facilities across all counties in Kenya. Our vision, as was stated here, is to build a society of healthy communities where all individuals reach their highest potential for health. And our mission is advancing health and providing leadership through resource mobilization, advocacy, education, and research. So my presentation today is focusing on our mission, because I want to explain to you why we are doing what we are doing today. So our objectives, we have very many objectives, but these are the 4 major objectives of the association. One is advocacy, and the reason you're saying that is on the hottest seat. We are known so much for advocacy, making a lot of noise. So this has been the biggest pillar of Rupha. It was how we started when we started out with just 12 members. And today we're saying that we are the largest association in Kenya. And we started out with advocacy in terms of policy. I know we've always been advocating for payments, NHIF, SHA, and the likes. But we listened to our members and we thought, what more can we do for our members apart from advocacy? Yes, we've advocated for them, they have been paid, what more can we do for them? So we moved into capacity building, and that is strengthening our facilities with targeted programs. And that's why we work with our partners, which is also one of our pillars. We are also doing training. And I think my next slide is on what we are doing. And these are all products of need. Our members have always given us assignments. So every time we are here, we are given an assignment to do something. And one of our product, our need product is our purchasing, group purchasing organization, which is the Rupha Drug Agency. So the reason we came up with the Rupha Drug Agency was we do have numbers. We wanted to enjoy economies of scale. Why don't we procure together and get quality products, remove the distributors or reduce the distributors and get these products to our members at the best or the best prices in the market. We also have a project on digitization, RufaSoft, which is also spearheaded by the chairperson. He doubles up as the CTO. This is an in-house developed HMIS platform. And I know we are all looking at the migration, HIE. I know he's the better person to talk about the digital space. We also have Rupha 360. Rupha 360 is now not our youngest baby. So I think our youngest baby is this solar project. Rupha 360 is a partnership. It's an insurance product that we've co-created in partnership with our partners, Liaison Insurance. And the reason we came up, or rather we came up with this insurance was for our members. We noticed that most of our members are totally reliant on social health insurance fund. So when they're not paid, then they close shop. So we decided, why don't we come up with an insurance that can be run internally by our members, and also something that can complement the NHI social health insurance fund, something that is working. There is a clinical training. This is something that we do with our partners. We are also trying to get empanelment, or rather to be recognized as a CPD points provider. This is to capacity build the skills of our members and their staff. So maybe I can mention something that we are doing on POCUS. We have a training that is ongoing on a point of care ultrasound. And the cohort that is now taking the training will be the first cohort here in Kenya to be certified as a POCUS, to be POCUS certified internationally. We have a vision screening. It's also a project that we've done with another one of our partners, and currently I'd say 50, we've helped our partners establish 50 of our facilities establish optical units. There is advocacy and partnerships, why we are here today, and advocacy is our biggest pillar as an association. From strategy to implementation. So I talked about having solar, or rather implementing the solar project. It was something that we were discussing here in 2020. And those who are here know that we had another partner that we had started this journey with. But I think we didn't go to our people and ask them, where is the gap? Where is this shoe pinching you? And that's why we were not able to proceed with this. But now we are here launching it with a partner that now understands us, and with a product that we've co-created together. And we are hopeful because we've looked at all the challenges that the members are facing. We are hopeful that this is going to work this time. Let me just skip that. So I'm looking at the survey that we did, and this was part of the learning, because we decided that this time we are asking the members. We are not creating a product and then taking it down to the members. We are asking the members so that we can create a product that is just for them. So we did a survey that was somewhere around July. The survey ran for just 2 weeks because we wanted to get responses and facilities that can pilot before we, so that we can create a product that we can push to all the 780 facilities. And we had a good response because 70 facilities filled this survey. And what, these are some of the findings, that 97% of the facilities that filled that survey are totally reliant on KPLC. Totally reliant on KPLC, and we all know how KPLC can really let us down at times. Then we looked at backups, if these facilities have backups. And the 76% that said they have backup, their backup wasn't even solar. Their backup was diesel power generators, which is also an expensive option. 66% said that they experience outages on a daily or weekly basis. This is very frequent. So you can't be totally reliant on KPLC if you're experiencing outages on a daily basis. 78% reported moderate to high operational impact. So once they have these power blackouts, they do not have backups, then that really impacts the way they deliver services to the patients. So yes, demand exists, but what is the barrier? Because all of them said that they want to install and expand solar. Why haven't they done it? The 73 that say they do not have solar at all, and the rest that say they have solar, they're only using solar for lighting and heating. So the biggest challenge here is, and the two of them are linked, high installation cost at 84% and lack of financing at 56%. High installation cost, lack of financing. You can link those problems. The other problem was limited information. And I think that's why we are here today. That problem is solved. We are also solving the high installation cost and lack of financing. Maintenance concerns. I know our partners are here, and this one is also solved. In the agreement that we are signing here today, that challenge is also solved. So how are we looking at this program? Because we said we are co-creating. So this came from, these are the answers, or rather that the responses that came from you. And this is how we decided to do it. So assessment. We are going to do energy audits and site assessments. That is going to be done by our implementing partners, Cytek. And we thought of customizing a system. So if we are looking at a system that can power your entire facility, we want KPLC to be your backup plan. So the solar system will be your main, can I call it main grid? You correct me if I'm wrong. Will be your main grid, and KPLC will be your backup plan. How we are thinking of it? People are talking of high cost of installation. Can't we have, you're already paying KPLC. We're going to install solar systems, and you can pay almost the same amount that you're paying KPLC, and have KPLC as your backup, and you know for sure solar is not going to fail you. We have financing, and that's why we acknowledged our financial partners in the room. We are talking of their solution was lease to own and PPAs, but now we also have co-created products which will be shared to our members with the various financial institutions, something that works for you. So if you tell me this bank doesn't work for me, this one works better, we have all the options available. And what we are discussing with the banks is not to ask for extra collateral. I mean, the solar system itself can be collateral for that loan. So those are the discussions that we are having, and I can say we are making good progress with the banks and the microfinances that we have here. Installation, of course, we have a very good partner for installation. We've seen the work that they have done. And I always appreciate our vice chair. In every project, he's our guinea pig, but we appreciate you, we appreciate you. So it shows that it works. Before we even get these out there to all the members, we have a testament that this works. Support, monitoring and maintenance, that one is guaranteed because we do have an implementing partner who's willing to walk the journey with us. Well, the target is 780 implementing in all the facilities. Cost reductions, 40 to 60%. That is if you're using both KPLC and the solar, but it will get to a place where there will be no cost when you own the solar system. I mean, you're generating your own power. There is also, we were thinking of end-to-end. By end-to-end, I'm saying all these partners that are in this room, we are co-creating a product. So your product will be insured. Your product will be financed. You're going to get installation and support. Yeah. From strategy to impact. This is the reason we are doing this. We are looking at the impact. That is impact to the facility and impact to the members of the community that we serve. So we are looking at if you install solar, first of all, we are talking of affordability because we are coming as a group. So we are hoping to enjoy economies of scale. And the only reason we have been able to bring all these partners in this room is because we are coming as a group. So we are going to enjoy affordability and also reduce energy costs. That means that more resources will be available for patient care. There is resource mobilization. That's why we are talking to our financial partners. We are hoping also to talk to people who can give us grants to implement this and even reduce this cost and make it lower. Maybe extend even the term of your borrowing. Partnerships, we have Rupha, Cytek, we have the financials, we have insurance. So we are planning on scaling, a scalable implementation ecosystem. We are not doing this alone, we are walking the journey together. Technology, PV, battery solution. As you can see here, we also have representation from original equipment manufacturers. The solar companies that you can see are their original equipment manufacturers. So we are talking of if there is new technology, because we are also working with the manufacturers. This is something that can be replaced for you. Talking of cleaner, modern healthcare infrastructures, that is through green energy. And then there is performance and reliance. Of course, solar is a more reliable source of energy. And then climate and sustainability, we're looking at reducing the grid and diesel dependence. And I know someone who's more versed in carbon credits. We'll talk about it, how you can also earn from carbon credit. I'm not so, someone will explain carbon credit to us. Yeah, so this is the Rupha ecosystem. This is all the things that we are doing. This is how we are aiming to have a sustainable healthcare ecosystem. One is an affordable ecosystem through group procurement and collective procurement. It helps us bargain for members. A digitally enabled ecosystem, that is through our HMIS, Ruphasoft. Financial resilience, that is through Rupha 360, the insurance and our financing partners. There is clinical capabilities through training. Energy resilience, that is through this new baby that we have, solarization, and connected and represented healthcare ecosystem, that is through the work that we do, advocacy and partnerships. I think that is the end of my presentation. I hope I didn't take so much of your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam CEO. We can appreciate her again. We now move to that place that we'll be putting the pen on the paper, and I want to ask the team that is helping us to do that, Mary, Kabiru, and our ushers, kindly come. We want to sign this. We'll first cut the ribbon, and it's my pleasure to ask the CEO Cytek to come and CEO Rupha to come. They will represent these organizations together. I think they also need witnesses. So can we have the chairman of Rupha and the chairman of Cytek just to join them to witness and confirm to us that actually the ribbon was cut. Right. All right. Chairman is not, he has stepped out a bit. James, your height will complement. Yeah, so we want to have them cut the ribbon and then access the documents that they're going to sign somewhere in there. The cameramen are doing a good job here.
Your grace will carry me through every valley until the day.
Come on, let's celebrate them together. So our ushers are going to help us here to help our team leads access. Thank you so much. That's where the documents are. And Mary helped us there to have it signed and made formal. Chairman, you can join in.
I cried in silence, were never hidden from your eyes. Kabugizi kati zami, sidlula ngingaboni themba. Mwari, makora ndakara sigirwa na wakanga singakanga nwiginemi. The enemy thought my story had already ended, but your promise kept breathing life into my weary soul. God will give you back all the years you lost. Unkulunkulu uzobuyisa konke okwathathwa isitha. Mwari bachatorera makore ose amakafirwa nawo. His restoration is greater than your pain. God will give you back all the years you lost. Your tears are becoming the seeds of tomorrow's harvest. The God of restoration never arrives too late. I buried dreams that I've
sauti soli na dieri ya kumechacha. Karibuni kwenye extravaganza. Benzoli alipofika alifunika. Wakaja na madrama, sinema zetu ni telenovela. Wakasunda mizinga, hawakujua situko mavela. Wakaita polisi, kumbe polisi pia ni shabiki. Wakaficha msosi, wakatupata na dishi mezani. Rumba imetamba, sauti soli na dieri ya kumechacha. Kila kona yoyo, kwenye extravaganza. Na mbili alipofika alifunika. Walifunga milango, wakatupata tuko ndani nao. Wakaita makanjo, kumbe ni sisi huwalipa sala wapwao. Wakazima mitambo, shabiki wakabaki kwenye denzo. Na iwe funzo kwao, tunaongoza wanafuata nyayo. Rumba imetamba, sauti soli na dieri ya kumechacha. Karibuni kwenye extravaganza. Na Kristo alipofika alifunika.
Wakaja na umati, wakageuka kuwa wafuasi. Wakaja na majini, wakapata tushazama kwa dini. Nyele za kifarasi, lakini sini moto ya makasi. Risasi mwendo kasi, dandiani msiwachwe na baa.
Rumba imetamba, sauti soli na dieri ya kumechacha. Karibuni kwenye extravaganza. Kaskazini walipofika walifunika. Wakaenda kusini, wakajipata wako kaskazini. Wakaja na makiki, lakini si tukaja na mziki. Hata wazime tatu tazidi kupate. Zobu zobu wenye mbare Toya dike Toya dike Nenu dike Kiye jamara dike ruenu Ekwe chenjigo Kiye jamara dike
Wechenjigo Hiye jamara dikeruenu Ekwa dagarigo Oshirijibo Mawushine Ogandoga Ikene bubedike We know they carry last year As a blue one on Elani Wanye manaria Achalugo dike
The world was breaking, sky turned gray. I felt the waves come take my way. But in the storm there was a flame.
We now invite
A whisper of a
the two
holy
parties to
name.
come to the stage
I should have fallen,
and
I should have
symbolically
drowned. But mercy
exchange
wrapped your arms
the
around.
contract agreements.
Like a mother shields her child, you held me close through every trial. I was covered by your love, sheltered by your
So
wings
this
above.
is to acknowledge
You laid
that the
down
deal is
your
signed
life just to lift
and the
me
boots
high.
will be on the ground
You bore
beginning
the cross.
tomorrow.
So
Let's appreciate the two teams. We now ask them to exchange the contracts in the presence of many witnesses. And just hold. Yes, like this. Good. This is it. The deal is done. So,
This is Hendrix
thank you so much. Please, let's appreciate them for the good job. The vision that they have carried is now ready to be implemented. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. Thank you very much. Having done that, we expect now that work begins unhindered. The technical team now, all eyes are on you, and we look forward for a greater thing. Let me invite my co-host, Brenda Achila, Brandy Achila, just to come and tell us what is coming in next for us. Please appreciate Brandy. What do you have next for us?
Thank you so much, Dr. Kariuki. And I hope we are all having a lovely time to see what we've just witnessed here on stage. A mile to just welcome in a new partnership. And we are all aware that partnership of this scale is a strategy, is strengthened by an ecosystem of organizations who share the same vision with us. And we are very privileged to have them work with us as we contribute to the growth of sustainable energy. And we are glad that they are here with us today. And to begin us through this partnership address, I am so happy to welcome the C&I Sales Manager, Sub-Saharan Africa from Goodwe, Mr. Nick Larson. Help me welcome Mr. Nick on stage. Welcome, Mr. Nick.
Thank you. There's a clicker? Yeah. Thank you. Good morning. So CNI projects are very unique. They're different. So CNI projects are very unique. They're different than residential projects. Residential projects are quite easy. You can use the same products, the same design. It's not very difficult. You can install very quickly. But CNI projects have many more challenges, and you need to select the right equipment partner if you want your projects to be successful. It requires more than analysis. You have to know how much energy they're consuming. You have to know what kind of products they need. Then you need to work with the equipment manufacturers. You need to get quote. You need to find a partner who can give you pre-sales support, commissioning support, and troubleshooting support even after the product has been installed. So as an introduction to Goodwe, this is a timeline. Kilimani. It's on Galana Road next to Fogo Gaucho. We're above Ancole Grill. So please reach out to us. We would love to welcome you to our office. We have our products there. We have a very nice training room. Full-time staff in Nairobi to support you. So that should give you a lot of confidence that we're here to stay and we stand behind our products. We're a very large company. This year we're going to come close to 2 billion of the awards that we've won over the years for design, for energy efficiency, for sales volumes. I won't talk about all the awards, I'll just talk about one. We are Tier 1. So this is a third NEF, and those dates are old, but it's still current. Bloomberg is a well-respected financial institution. They do assessments of different industries so that people who are not experts in that industry know who are the top companies. We are Tier 1. There's only a few Tier 1 companies in the world. So this is important because it's a label you can trust. It's not us telling you that we're good. This is third-party designated. We are Tier 1. There is no higher tier than this. We are the top tier in the world. Now, before you worry that we're starting to sound expensive, we are probably the best and most affordable of all the Tier 1. So please don't be afraid to get a quotation. We're probably within your budget. This is a map of some of our global subsidiaries and warehouses. We like to say we have global strength and local presence, local support. So this is global. Now we can focus in on Africa because we are a company that invests in Africa. We have, I told you, 16 people in Kenya. We have about 65 across all of Africa. We are not a company that just sends agents or something like this or has doesn't work from a real office, or you don't know where to find people or anything like that. Goodwe is investing in Africa. Nairobi is our headquarters of East Africa, but it's actually the headquarters of all sub-Saharan Africa. The head of sub-Saharan Africa sits in Nairobi with me. We have a big office in Lagos, about 20 people. We have a big office in South Africa, about 20 people. We have 2 people in Uganda, 2 people in Ethiopia, 1 person in Tanzania, 2 in Zambia, 2 in Zimbabwe, 2 in Ghana, 2 in Senegal, 1 in Ivory Coast, and so on. So as I said, global strength, local support, local presence this morning. So we'll just keep it moving for different scenarios: offices, factories, warehouses, agricultures, retail, shopping malls, hospitality industry, and mini grids, and of course, hospitals. So I'll just show you one product. This is our ET50. It's right there. We also have it at our office in Kilimani. We have more than 7,000 units of these operating across Africa today. So you can be very confident that we know what we're doing with this product. We also have a very strong monitoring system. Mr. Robert from Cytek and Dedan from Cytek also mentioned how important it is to have remote monitoring. This means you can see the performance from anywhere in the world. You can see the current performance, the historical performance. You can do the troubleshooting. You can know what's happening with each device. So it's very important to have strong remote monitoring. These are some testimonials from our partners across Africa. We've been good friends with Cytek for a long time, and we use them on our corporate presentation because of our long partnership. And now I'm going to show you some of our projects just to give you an idea of what we can do. These are just a few projects across Africa. These are C&I projects. Some are in China, South Africa, Poland, China, Australia. Again, these are utility scale. These are very big. And here's a short video showing some of our projects in sub-Saharan Africa. This is about 2 weeks old, so everything you see here has been done this year. a few more. This one's in Kenya, in Athi River, in Ruai, Nairobi factory. This one is in Mauritius. This is a very big project in Mauritius. This is in Kenya, Nairobi again. This is in South Africa, Senegal, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Ghana. So that just lets you know we're very strong presence here. We're happy to support you on these hospital projects. Please come speak to us over there. We have a table and you can see some of our products. You can get in touch with us. As I've said, we have a long partnership with Cytek. We're very happy to be here today, so thank you to the Cytek team. And we would love to also invite you to our office in Kilimani. We have a training room. We have these products in display. So we would definitely love to participate and support you on these projects and give you any training or any confidence, any warranty, any documents that you need. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. I think we can do more. Let us appreciate Mr. Nick Larson for that amazing presentation. And we really thank you, and we are always glad to work with the Goodwill team as well. And we now welcome our next partner, who has also worked with us a journey of accessing or making the solar panels accessible to us. Our partners from Reddington, and I will welcome Mr. Nzomo, the business manager at Reddington. Karibu.
Thank you very much. So as it sets up to Cytek and their partners in Rupha and everybody in the house, all protocols observed. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Agri. I'm the business manager for Reddington Green. I'll just take you briefly of who we are and our partnership with Cytek. So our presentation today is just tailored to the relevance of the event today. So Reddington is a big distribution company. We were founded almost 33 years ago. We are currently present in 31 countries in Middle East and Africa, and present in 18 countries in Africa. Currently, we have partners. We don't address the bottom of the pyramid. Like our equipment, we don't sell to end users. So we work with channel partners like Cytek. Across Middle East and Africa, we have over 43,000 of such partners. We don't have an individual promoter, but these are the ladies and gentlemen that govern us. So we have these 16 commercial projects that form up the Reddington portfolio. We are all the way from business management to PCS, warranty, digital, smartphones. We normally say, if you have a quality gadget at your hand or at your lap, there are 97% chances it has been facilitated to you through Reddington. And then we also have the new renewable energy project, which is Reddington Solar. We have Reddington Solar in Turkey, Reddington Solar in India, and now Reddington Green in Africa. So these are some of the brands that we are home to. I know you have interacted with some of these brands. For Apple, we are the exclusive distributors for Apple for East Africa. And then we are also part of those that are bringing Starlink into the market. Generally, any equipment, software, or gadget that reduces operational friction across organizations. And now this one just shows the investments that make up our business, but I think the most important is the growth at which we are growing at an average CAGR of 14%. Now back home and to this event, we want to congratulate Cytek, Robert and team for having gotten such an outstanding partner as Rupha. For this initiative with Cytek, we won't be talking about other brands that we are home to in solar, but we are only specific
for the nominated brand that is going to be deployed by Cytek to the Rupha project. And it's this Jinko panel. Their head of Africa, Mr. Onesmus, is here in the house. Maybe you can just wave. We work with them very closely. So across Africa, when Robert was talking, he talked about the solar opportunities and the gaps across Africa and back home. To facilitate that, together with this brand across Africa, these are the megawatts that we have been able to deploy. Last year, we managed across Kenya alone 150 megawatts. But the first half of the year, as Robert is aware, at H1, already 273 megawatt of solar panel has already been brought to the country. So that shows you the growth at which facilitating solar access across Africa is. And for this particular panel that will be deployed to your project, will be offered a 25 to 30 years warranty. Mostly there are no complications across solar panels, especially the tier ones. Mostly what you get are issues of breakages when you are taking to site. But nonetheless, in case a warranty issue occurs, we'll be able to support Cytek to ensure that Rupha receives a 24-hour after-sale support in case we have a panel there that has issues. The CEO mentioned a lack of information as a key hindrance in accessing solar across hospitals in the country. We'll be able to support at our budget with Cytek to do capacity building and trainings across hospital at length and breadth across the country. So the value that we add to Cytek to ensure that they achieve their success and their ambitious solarization desire across Africa are these key points. We are currently present with warehouses across 16 African countries, with warehouses, with offices. So Cytek is our partner. They don't have any challenge. If they get a project in Congo, in Zambia, we are able to facilitate and support them. And the other critical thing that I wanted to mention in terms of our value add is the third last at the bottom, where we do project-specific credit flexibility, because we understand that sometimes Cytek might enter into an agreement with Rupha, and maybe the payment terms are not 100% upfront. We are able to extend that to Cytek and other players. And these are the capabilities that we bring on the table to our partners. So this just shows you what I had mentioned in terms of where we are, the warehouses we have, and the African countries that we currently represent. The final comment that we wanted to make, why we are very happy about this launch that has been done by Rupha, is Cytek is taking solar power beyond energy for domestic entertainment. I think for the longest, people have seen solar as a solution for their homes, to light up TVs, charge their phones, basically for entertainment. But what we have been able to do with Cytek is now beginning to see solar, the productive uses of solar that can be used across industries. Like now, with this launch and this partnership that they want to deploy solar solution to hospitals is one of a kind in East Africa and Africa, because these solar products that are going to be deployed and the installations they are going to make are going to support very critical machines in hospitals that are typically believed to be powered by electricity. And that is why we feel so happy to be part of this union. We'll be supporting Cytek and working with them closely. To wind up my presentation, I am supported in this event by Mr. Aniruddha, who is our head of Africa. We have our table there. My colleague Brandon is seated there, will be there, so you can come and interact with that. You cannot deploy, when you study the market and the opportunity for solar, you might be quick to judge that you are going to run into that industry and succeed immediately. But like Robert said, you have to build the right partnership. And I think Cytek is one of the very few EPCs in the country that has a perfect back-end partnership and networking capabilities that is going to make them succeed. So once again, congratulations to Rupha and Cytek as you take up this bold move of solarizing the hospitals across Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Agrin Zomo, the business manager from Reddington. And again, we are also so excited to walk this journey with you, having witnessed this beautiful launch that you're about to begin. So I'm going to welcome the next partner address, Mr. Derek, the sales manager Africa from K-Star. Karibu. We can do better than that, of course. Welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry? Maybe you can. Good morning, everyone. I'm Derek from the K-Star. I'm the sales delegate for the East Africa region. So it's a pleasure to join these events. We are the manufacturer and the supplier, and we are the tier 1 brand. So we have the long-term partnership with Cytek in Kenya. So allow me to do this presentation. So this presentation will be very short. First, I introduce what is K-Star and what we do. Second, what we offer. And number 3, global business. I think for this conference, maybe someone also before here at K-Star. So today you will get more information about us. So K-Star is founded in 1993, and we are the listed company. We are listed from 2010. Is listed in Shenzhen Stock Exchange. And the big point is from 2019, we are established a joint venture with CATL. I don't know if you heard the CATL or not. CATL is globally #1 and the tier 1 manufacturer for the battery manufacturers. And we have the joint venture with them. So most of the commercial solution, we use the CATL battery cells. So offering the high performance and the long-term lifespan. So normally the battery lifespan is greater than 8,000 times. But because we use the based on CATL cells, the lifespan is greater than 10,000 times and high performance. Okay. This is our product. So 30 years we are layout to 180 countries and regions. We supply globally. So we have the residential solution, commercial solution, and the utility scales. For the inverters, we have the off-grid and the hybrid and the PV inverters. By the way, I want to introduce you about the K-Star. We are the global #5 for the UPS supplier and also data center. Yes. So currently we have the 4,500 employees globally, and we have eight manufacturing bases in different regions in China. We have the engineer 715, and we have 994 patent technologies from K-Star. So this is our total revenue. Last year in 2025, total revenue is 775 million USD. And the annual growth rate is 26.7%. So you can see from 2023, 2024, 2025, every year it increases almost 26%. This is a bigger company as I introduced from beginning. This is a Kanto K-Star Science and Technology Company, established in 2019. Production office based in Ningde, Fujian. You know, CATL is from Fujian province, China, Ningde City. Okay, this is our joint venture. So this joint venture is just to supply a battery to us. We are offering the best one. This is our manufacturing basis in China. You can see difference based in different regions in China. Our HQ in Shenzhen. Yes, so we have 2 R&D centers. One is with our HQ in Shenzhen, another is based in Fuzhou. Okay. This is our factory for PV inverters and energy storage manufacturing. So you can have the short review. This for the lead acid batteries. This was most for this data center and UPS using. So for solar, we most of provide these lithium batteries. This lithium battery pack manufacturing in our factory. And also we offer the EV charger for AC and the DC for residential and commercial. Yes. So this is K-Star, our offer. This is the inverters for the PV inverters. We from the 1 kilowatts up to biggest 465 kilowatts. We have single phase and three phase. We have indoor and outdoor for IP21 protection and IP65 and IP54. For IP21 we offering 5 years. IP65 we offering 10 years warranty. This is single phase 3 inverters. Yes, for on-grid inverters from 1 kilowatts to 12 kilowatts. Single phase. This is 3 phase. Still is on-grid inverter, but that's the same, just different size. This is single phase inverter for nitrates, off-grid and hybrid. This is for small size, that's for the residential to use. These are same. So this is the new product. Is IP21 60 kilowatts of battery for indoor. We offer 5 years warranty. We have the wall mount and the rack mount, 2 types. This is the all-in-one designing, and this one is easy to connection and easy installation to save the money to our client. So if you have this solution, when you do the installation, you don't need to buy the cable, MCCB, etc. Yeah, and the quick installation. So, and this product also support parallel up to 4 units to expandable. We have the IP21 and the IP65. This one is IP21 for indoor. Okay, this one is Blue Spark series. And this one is IP65. We offer 10 years warranty. Yes. So the top is the inverters. Is the training is the batteries. Yes. So maximum the battery you can configure up to 40 kilowatts hours, and each module is 5 kilowatts hour, which means you can maximum have 8 batteries for each one. And the same one, this one also you can parallel up to 4 units. So this is for commercial and industry PV ESS solution. This is commercial and industry PV inverters. We're from 13 kilowatts up to 125 kilowatts. So this is a commercial solution. We offer 2 different versions. And the first version we use the CATL battery cells, and another we use the EVE cells. But the same warranty we are offering, the both of 10 years. Yes. For this one is the air cooling. So the battery is cabinet is IP54 for outdoor, and inverter is IP65, both for the outdoor. And this one you can install it. You can parallel up to 20 units to expandable. Mostly, this one you can install it for the hospital, for the school, for the bank, for the office, for the restaurant, etc. This is a Blue Plus series. The inverters, we have the from 20 kilowatts to 50 kilowatts. For the battery cabinet, you can have the 70 kilowatts hour, 89, and the 107 kilowatts hour. And also we offer PCS and the smart monitoring platform. So no matter where you are, you can through the app to see the system how it's working. Yes. This one is just another big size. This one we use EVE cells. This one we use CATL cells and the same air cooling. Yes. This one is for the indoor energy storage, IP21, indoor commercial. And we have the top is the HV box, and the battery, each one is 20 kilowatts hour, from 16 kilowatts hour to 260 kilowatts hour. So maximum you can have 30 pieces of battery, but this one also support parallel. And this one is IP21. Compared to this solution, and this one is little bit cheaper. Okay, this is the inverter system. Okay, this is a diagram. I don't know if you have the engineer in this conference or not. Maybe you can understand how it's working, how it's connection, everything. Yeah. So this is a utility PV solutions. That is the project we did. And this is the biggest 350 kilowatts string inverters for utility scale use. This is central inverter solution from 3,125 kilowatts to 2,500 kilowatts with the GSM. This is all-in-one PV turnkey solution. Yes, DC and AC rated up to 1.8. Max PV voltage up to 1,500 volts. So this is a container solution, okay? This is 4050 shipping container capacity from 5,000 kilowatts to 6,250 kilowatts optional. So you can see this one we integrated with transformer and the inverters and the batteries, everything. This is our project. This is the EV charger, a 7 kilowatt AC EV charger for indoor use. This is for the commercial, outdoor. With from 120 kilowatts up to 480 kilowatts you can choose. This is a charging modular. We have 30 kilowatts and 40 kilowatts. Example, 120 kilowatts EV charger, you should have, if you choose 30 kilowatts the charge module, you should have 4 modules minimum. Yes, this is the logic. So global business is just our project we did it globally. You can see this is the Netherlands and Netherlands, Bulgaria, and Bulgaria again. So this one is Hungary and Poland, and Czech and Poland. This is a big project for the utility scale, what we did. This is from Ukraine. This is 500 megawatts for solar farming, PV projects. The second one is from China, Tibet. The third one is this is still from China. It's the first batch and single preventive PV power solution in China. Totally 600 megawatts. You can just have a short review. This is the residential project and commercial project we did in the world. The first one from Belgium. Second for this commercial units from Czech Republic. The third one is 10 megawatts, 15 megawatts hours, and the storage project is Tibet, China. Yes. So this is all-in-one residential. So this is for Slovenia. You can see it's almost 5 units to parallel. Okay, this is our partners, our project. Yes, for the EV chargers, most of. These are still the project. Okay, so we can come second one. Yes. So allow me to introduce our project case in the world. Is just to use short minutes. This is the case study, the case the CNI project in the world. Okay. So currently, we already installation this units globally is 5,000 units plus, and from Europe is 3,000 units. You can see the project we did. Yes, this one from Slovenia is 1 megawatts, 2 megawatts hours. Totally is 10 units, 2 PC 50 kilowatts with the battery 197 kilowatts hours is parallel. This project from Spain, okay, total the project capacity is 600 kilowatts, 1.2 megawatts hour. This one is from Netherlands, 100 megawatts, 200 kilowatts hours. This one is Slovenia. This one is Italy. This one is from Ukraine. Okay, project capacity 200 kilowatts, 394 kilowatts hour, and the 2 PCs each one 50 kilowatts inverter plus 197 kilowatts hour battery to parallel. Okay, this is just this one will take a long time with many projects. We just to give you a short introduction to understand what we do. Yes. Can you come to another? Hello? Wait. Yes. So we have the short videos. We can show you what is case done for you to better understand us.
Potential. Since our first foray, this is an era of ubiquitous data. Data is reshaping our world, changing how we relate to energy, and promising endless potential. Since our first forays into smart energy, we understood that as data proliferates, digitalized energy must be our foundation. Both technology and nature demand it. It's the key to becoming a true energy powerhouse. And at K-Star, it's our unwavering mission. Exploration, experimentation, discovery. Starting from scratch, we've focused on information technology and electronic technology. With our integrated data center plus new energy approach, step by step, we've resolved long-standing mysteries in data and energy. Recognizing the potential of data, we're committed to eco-friendly development, exploring the transformation of power, seeking efficient, reliable energy solutions, and striving for a smarter future. With every sun ray, we aim to collect, transform, and accumulate energy, giving back to nature through technology and developing smart green solutions for a cleaner world. We're revolutionizing charging technology, guided by safety and efficiency to reduce carbon emissions. We're sparing no effort. Bringing intelligence to manufacturing, we're on a path to globalization. We're in constant pursuit of innovation, optimization, and smart systematic manufacturing. We stay customer-centric all around the world, providing superior products and solutions across industries and adding value at every step. When we look back, we see a thriving digital world we've helped to build. We see the powerful transformations we've sparked worldwide. As the world welcomes an energy revolution, we are bridging present and future, empowering and enhancing the digital economy and new energy. Today, at K-Star, we're proud to be a force for good in smart energy worldwide. As the new energy revolution emerges, we're building a strong digital foundation. K-Star, a smarter path to a brighter future.
This video is for our commercial solutions. Thank you. This is a solution I want to introduce to the Kenya. So by the way, I want to make sure K-Star is committing to build a long-term partnership in Kenya, and we continue to strengthen the local technical support, training programs, and after-sales service to ensure every system's performance and operational stability over time. We believe empowering local expertise and fostering knowledge exchange are just as critical to deliver high-quality products. So let's powering the future with Kenya and enjoy green energy for better life. Thank you.
A better applause for K-Star. Thank you so much. And we'll be moving on to our final partner address. And we'll be joined on stage by Mr. Victor Mukwanja, Senior Manager, Risk and Insurance from Liaison. Help me welcome Mr. Victor. Karibu.
Asante sana. No, I'm good, yeah, I'm good. It is such an incredible honor to be able to add our voice to this powerful conversation on energy as a critical component when it comes to delivery of quality healthcare, predictably, of course, continuously, and sustainably into the future. And in the spirit of important conversations, I had a very interesting encounter this morning when I walked in. I think it was a doctor, yeah? And I was asking them what an apple is in Swahili. Yeah, and before I could go too far, you know, they got a bit uncomfortable and asked them whether it was because an apple a day, you know, keeps the doctor away. You know? So the answer to that question was tufaha. Yeah, and then I had to tell them my name is Victor Mukwanja, of course, and the joy with which I appreciate being here today. So majority of the speakers that have come before me have been able to lay down the infrastructure, you know, the technical bits of why we are here today. And of course, other speakers echoed the importance of that by then introducing the financing component. And to wrap it all up, of course, the rallying call that we need to have a one-stop shop so that if a facility walks into this building today, they can walk out with the knowledge, they can walk out with the infrastructure, and of course, the most important bit of financing, but to top it all up, is then how do you protect this investment that you've been able to take up on? And my role then is very simple, just to be able to cement this conversation by giving you the comfort that that investment can be secured through insurance. And to be able to achieve that, I'm going to go through a few elements then that inform this conversation and give you the comfort that even as you invest in going the green energy way, you have the comfort that insurance is going to have your back, and that investment, if anything happens, be it damage to those materials, be it loss of income due to interruptions that are occasioned by either theft or damage, then you are guaranteed of coverage. So over time, the way we think about energy has changed. It is no longer simply about having power. We are increasingly thinking about reliability, affordability, sustainability, and resilience, and particularly in institutions where continuity is critical. And I'll borrow the words of Chairman of Rupha, Mr. Mohamud, on energy being a critical, clinical input. So we're not just looking at it as power on, power off. It is actually a critical, clinical input. Healthcare is one of the clearest examples of why this evolution then matters. A healthcare facility depends on energy for laboratories, theaters, refrigeration, medical equipment, digital systems, and many other services that patients rely on every day. When these systems are running, we may hardly notice the energy behind them. But when that energy is disrupted, and an able speaker actually gave us statistics that 16 days in a year, we are actually on a total shutdown total downtime when it comes to supply of energy. So whenever energy is disrupted, it's important then becomes very clear to us. The move towards solar presents an important opportunity for healthcare facilities to strengthen energy resilience and manage their energy costs more effectively. But alongside that opportunity, there is another conversation that we must have. Every investment creates an asset, and every asset carries a risk. When a healthcare facility invests in solar panels, the inverters and batteries, and supporting infrastructure, it is making a significant capital investment. These assets can be exposed to physical damage. Of course, they can also be exposed to theft and occasional breakdown, God forbid, and other unforeseen events that can affect both the investment and operations. So what happens when that infrastructure has an unforeseen downtime? Who is there to stand in your corner when now the income is not flowing due to those interruptions? So at Liaison Group, we are not just guaranteeing safety for that equipment, but even the downtime that is occasioned by occasional failure, we get to give protection to you for that as well. So as the sector embraces renewable energy, we must also ask, how do we protect these investments once they are put in place? And this is where insurance becomes an important part of the conversation. And the role that Liaison Group will be playing, in addition to the defined ecosystem of infrastructure, financing, and of course risk management and insurance, our role will be to ensure that as a healthcare provider, as you invest in this new infrastructure, the risks associated with these investments are clearly understood and appropriately treated. Through our expertise in risk management and insurance advisory, we will help your facility look beyond the installation itself and consider the risks across the life of the asset, of course, from physical damage and equipment failure to the potential operational impact of unexpected incidents. Because the investment does not end when the panels are installed. That is just the beginning. The protection of that investment must continue for as long as the asset serves the facility. And Liaison Group will add value as a strategic risk and insurance partner by ensuring that your story continues and it thrives through times and seasons. There is also an important ESG dimension to this conversation. The environmental case for renewable energy is clear, but sustainability is also about how, once you have made the commitment of taking up this infrastructure project, then what protections are we guaranteeing you to be able to carry you sustainably into the foreseeable future? And this is where ESG actually becomes practical. Not simply a commitment on paper, but something that informs real investment and risk decisions. This conversation also builds on the partnership that Liaison Group has had with Rupha, and the example that you are given by our able CEO on Rupha 360, where you can be able to consolidate your needs and the needs of your staff through, of course, Rupha, the medical insurance, the pension that you can be able to subscribe to, and of course, the professional indemnity, especially for the medical practitioners that we have in place. So when we came together to create Rupha 360, our shared objective was to look beyond individual products and address some of the wider financial and operational needs of private healthcare providers. Together, we brought insurance, pension, and digital capabilities into one platform with the broader aim of strengthening the resilience of healthcare facilities and supporting a more sustainable healthcare ecosystem. That partnership has also given us a deeper understanding of the realities healthcare providers face, not only in delivering care, but in managing costs, protecting their people, investing in infrastructure, and managing risk. Today, we are building on that same thinking, that Rupha 360 strengthens some of the financial and operational foundations of our healthcare. Today's conversation brings another critical foundation into focus, and that is energy. And as healthcare facilities invest in renewable energy, the question of how these investments are protected becomes equally important. This is the value of a strategic partnership, understanding the evolving needs of the sector and bringing the right expertise to address them. So ladies and gentlemen, as healthcare continues to evolve, so must the infrastructure that supports it. Renewable energy presents an opportunity to strengthen healthcare facilities, but every new investment also introduces new risks, and those risks need to be considered from the outset. At Liaison Group, we believe that effective risk management should give organizations the confidence to invest, knowing that their assets and operations are appropriately protected. This is the role we are proud to play in this journey as a strategic risk and insurance partner for the healthcare sector and for your hospitals. Because ultimately, powering healthcare is not just about providing energy, it is about protecting the continuity of care that energy makes possible. So thank you very much, and please feel free to visit our desk at the center of the room. We'll be able to engage a little bit more on what we are doing and how we can be able to structure the solutions that we have to protect the investment that you have put in place. And we are situated at Liaison House on State House Avenue. We can have a more in-depth conversation on securing your investment and driving you into a sustainable future. Asante sana.
Asante. A better applause for Mr. Victor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are actually coming to the end of this session today. And thank you again, Mr. Victor, for those insights and for continuing strengthening the partnership of this particular MOU that we've signed today. And before we proceed, I would also like to acknowledge Kabarak University, who are also amidst us today, but their representative was unable to deliver an address and before their departure. Nonetheless, we appreciate the entire Kabarak fraternity for also creating time and joining us this morning. We have had a great morning. We have had conversations. We have had amazing tea. Is that right? Yes, and we have also had moments of reflection. And in that matter, I thank the Rupha team, the Cytek team, for joining us today and for the distinguished guests for taking your time and being with us through this important milestone. And to formally give a vote of thanks, I am welcoming Mr. Godwin Muhambi, the commercial manager from Cytek Solar.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once more. Good morning once more. Good morning. Yeah, we had good morning. We've had 3 hours. This 13th day of August, 2026, we assembled all the ingredients that build an ecosystem for the theme of the day, powering healthcare and building resilience. I'm glad we had this opportunity. You allocated time. Each and every one of you, you left your assignments for the day. You blocked your day and you presented yourself here today to be with us. We are grateful for the moment. Thank you so much for each and everyone, for the opportunity we've had, and also for the learning sessions we've had. This is just but the beginning of our entire journey. Thank you so much for the steering committee, led by our able Reverend. Thank you so much, Reverend Kariuki. Our first baby, Favor Hospital, under this solarization program. So we are grateful that we already have a proof of concept We are already at piloting stage at the moment with 20 hospitals. In your midst, I've seen hospitals that I have engaged, and these hospitals will also fall as part of our build-up as we roll out this program. I want to take the opportunity once more to give my vote of thanks to the financiers. The financing gap remains the obstacle. If we followed up the representation from Rupha, we understood that the limitation for uptake of solar is financing costs. And we are glad in this room, all the financiers are here today to be able to give us the solution to what will be an obstacle to solar uptake for healthcare facilities. So Kingdom Bank, my appreciation for your support for this event and also for walking the journey, the step of faith. KCB, my appreciation. HFCB, Dream Credit, Medical Credit Fund, Aspira. Those are financial institutions that are part and parcel of this partnership. Next, I'll speak about equipment manufacturers. We've heard from the horse's mouth. The equipment we use is top quality because solar is a huge investment and we are looking at it at a long-term service to the healthcare facilities. So Keista, thank you so much for your presentation. We appreciate the partnership. Goodwe, thank you so much for presentation and also for your assurance of the service you will provide for us. Moving on, we appreciate the Rupha Association for providing us the opportunity to make this a possibility. 780 hospitals across the country. And as I was interacting, people came from all over the country, from Kitui, from Nyeri County, all the way from Busia, congregated in this room. Thank you for the faith. And we will honor our part of the bargain as Cytek Solar in terms of delivering solar solutions to your members. So thank you so much, and this is just the beginning of our journey. I will encourage each and every one of us not to be in a hurry to live, because we are gathered here as a congregation and we have all the answers we need from financiers, from insurance component, and also from the service providers. So have some time to interact on one-on-one. We are not able to finish all this in one presentation. But when we have more time, an extension of one-on-one, then you get to know what solution will be able now to be customized for your facility. So thank you so much for your time once more. I really appreciate. Allow me also to appreciate Liaison for your partnership, especially coming in to manage the risk component of the entire value proposition that we've come up with. So thank you. We are looking forward to one-on-one interactions. The final submission is, this is something that is doable. It's proven already at pilot stage that the bills are coming down to the facilities. The inconveniences of outages are eliminated, courtesy of a solar solution. So our team at Cytek is here, present. Let's have an engagement on one-on-one after this session. So without having more to say. I'll hand over the program. And my prayer is, as you go back to your facilities in various walks of life, may God be with you in your journey. And may we continue now to have the implementation on a broader basis. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Godwin Muhambi, for the acknowledgement of our present guests here today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our official program this day. And we really appreciate you for joining us for this important milestone, both for Cytek, Rupha, and our Rupha. It is, yeah? Cytek, Rupha, and also the partners that we have joining us through this walk. Well, right now, I'm going to invite Pastor Maxine on stage to help us with the closing prayer. And as we do that, I'll also encourage you, just as Godwin has, that you get some time, interact with the booths right to my far right. There are some booths there for our partners. Have conversations with them. Interact amongst yourselves. Interact with everybody else that you're meeting here today. And we also have some little gifts for you to take home. And you'll be able to receive them at the far exit. The exits that... Oh, at the very far exit from this, to my left, the very first exit to my left, not the one that we used for breakfast. And also we can have some photo moments. We have our media team ready to have your faces on camera. We have our photo booth over there. We have this space that you can use for taking photos as well. We really do thank you for joining us today. And I'd want us to do a mini something. I hope you still have a little energy. We have our motto for this particular program and partnership: powering healthcare, protecting lives, and building resilience. And I would want us to do this together. We can lift our right fists like this, and we say it together. You can say after me, and then we can now do it together afterwards, okay? Powering healthcare, protecting lives, building resilience. Now we can do that together. 1, 2. Powering healthcare, protecting lives, and building resilience. Give yourselves one hearty clap. Thank you so much. I invite Pastor Maxine to share with us a closing prayer.
All right, I think we can stand. It's been a wonderful time. First and foremost, please congratulate your neighbor. Tell them thank you for coming. Just shake their hand and tell them thank you for choosing to sit next to you. They just decided that you're the best neighbor for those 3-4 hours. Are you able to clap for them and appreciate them? Amazing. Amazing. Let's give thanks. Almighty God, we thank you for that which we have been able to do during our time together. Indeed, we prayed that we may start with you, and what a joy to come to the end of this program. And now as we step into a networking moment and a time to share contacts, we pray now that even as we look forward to this project, that everything that we have aligned through this conversation will fall in place. And therefore, we say thank you. We give you all the praise. For this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guests. You can have your moment. Enjoy your networking session.